It is not certain whether or not header tags still help with SEO. Some argue they do, and some argue they don't. However, I'm going to teach you about header tags because I believe it's better to use them than not to use them. If something gives you even the slightest competitive advantage, then why not do it, right? Header tags are used to separate the headings of a page from the rest of the content. There are 6 different header tags, H1 to H6. H1 is the most important and H6 is the least. In WordPress themes that are properly coded, the H1 tag will be tied to the title of the post. Header tags also use a hierarchy structure. Here is an example of how to use header tags. H1 is the main heading, H2 could be the secondary heading, H3 the subsection of the secondary heading, and so on. Here's another example that shows that in WordPress, the H1 tag is tied to the title post. You can see the H2 tag in the content below. This is one of my real posts, so if you would like to see it live, go to this website. Here's another example of how headers are shown in WordPress and how you can create them. To create headers, simply highlight the text that you would like to tag as a header and click on the drop-down box and select the type of header you would like. I will also be showing you this live in the next video. Here's another example of the same posts in WordPress but in HTML mode. As you can see, using the drop-down box and selecting heading 2, we will simply tag the selected text as the H2 tag. Here's some tips that you can use when creating header tags. The H1 tag should only be used once per page. Since proper coded WordPress themes automatically add the H1 tag, you should never use the H1 tag in the post content. Begin with the H2 tag. Header tags also enhance user experience by clearly showing what the page content is about. Do not stuff your headers with keywords, just keep it natural. Lastly, do not use header tags as hidden text. Any hidden text can result in penalties for your site, especially if the hidden part is something that affects SEO.